This is an NBC News special report. Here's Lester Holt.
Good day, everyone. We're coming on the air to bring you the latest on the news this morning that suspicious packages, possibly explosive devices, according to the Secret Service, have been found in mail sent to former President Barack Obama and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, and that the Manhattan offices of CNN have been evacuated after another suspicious package was found in that company's mailroom. This follows the news Monday that an explosive device was found in the mailbox of the suburban New York home of billionaire philanthropist and frequent Democratic donor George Soros. We want to go right now to NBC Justice correspondent Pete Williams, who has the latest from our Washington newsroom. Pete?
So, Lester, we know of at least 4 suspicious packages, all containing what appear to be pipe bombs, all of them sent through the mail. The Secret Service says one was addressed to Hillary Clinton at the Clintons' home in Westchester County, New York. Another was addressed to former President Obama at his home here in Northwest Washington. But neither of those packages were actually delivered to those addresses. Instead, they were intercepted during routine mail screening. So the Secret says the former officials were not at risk of receiving anything hazardous through the mail. The Secret Service says the package addressed to Hillary Clinton was found on Tuesday and that the one addressed to former President Obama was found this morning. Now, there had been some reports that another package was sent to the White House, but we're told that is not the case. Law enforcement officials say the devices in these packages appear to be similar to the one that you mentioned sent to Democratic donor George Soros at his home in New York, found Monday. And now, as you mentioned, police in New York are investigating what appears to be a similar one received this morning at CNN's headquarters in Midtown Manhattan that's prompted an evacuation. All of them were sent through the mail. All of them had stamps on the envelope. All bore the same return address of a prominent Democratic official, obviously a phony address. And as to whether these devices were actually working, the initial assessment was that they appeared to be working devices, working pipe bombs, that the pipes did contain an explosive powder. But whether they would actually be fully functional, we're told, has not been determined. The most advanced work has been done on the one sent to George Soros. That's been received at the FBI's lab in Quantico. But officials tell me that the analysis of that device is not done and that no conclusion has been reached about whether these were actually working. But they're being treated as though they were. How they would be detonated, whether it would be a timer, whether it would be movement, opening the package, that is all to be determined, Lester.
And Peter, is there any word of any message contained inside these packages other than the device itself?
No, I've not heard of one. But, you know, if you look at the targets, the potential targets here, Soros, Clinton, Obama, what some may believe is the CNN attacking the president, there seems to be a consistent thing there. So when we heard about a package addressed to the White House, that didn't seem to fit, and we're told that that is not the case.
All right, Pete Williams, thanks. The White House has issued a statement about all of this. Peter Alexander is there. What are you hearing, Peter?
Yeah, Lester, I've been speaking to multiple senior White House officials over the course of the last hour this morning. They tell me that President Trump has been briefed on this situation. They say the White House is taking the situation, quote, extremely seriously. Evidence of that, perhaps a statement that we received from Sarah Sanders within the last hour or so. She says the following. I'll read it to you. She says, "We condemn the attempted violent attacks recently made against President Obama, President Clinton, Secretary Clinton, and other public figures." And she adds, "These terrorizing acts are despicable, and anyone responsible will be held accountable to the fullest extent of the law." She also says that whoever's responsible for this is, as she describes it, a coward. Lester?
Peter Alexander at the White House monitoring things from there. Thank you. We'll, of course, be following developments in this story throughout the day, and I'll be back with full details on NBC Nightly News. For now, I'm Lester Holt, NBC News, New York.